sounds. By the way, we're trying to look for a video of the Moipei Quartet performing at the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs. That was actually St. Mary's University.
Go Rattlers. Yes.
In Texas, huh?
Yeah, that's our college.
That's your college?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were opening, was it? The basketball season.
Yes. But the one at the NBA for the San Antonio Spurs, how was that?
Oh, amazing.
Humbling.
I don't even know how to describe. That feeling was just intense.
Really?
And they were really tall, and we were trying not to stare at them. And they were also trying not to stare at us because we look the same. So we were all trying not to stare at them.
They were seeing triple.
Yep.
They were seeing triple.
Oh, yes.
And we were seeing giants.
And the response, what was the response like?
Oh, they were very appreciative. It was very humbling.
Yeah?
To sing for an American.
Were you guys
audience.
nervous?
I don't remember being nervous when we started singing, but right before that,
because
there's always this fear of messing up the words, and I didn't want to do that.
Especially, someone else's national anthem, right?
I know. And the night before, we had been watching videos of people forgetting the words. And I was like, oh no. Oh no.
We always practice everything that we do. We always practice it on these guys via Skype.
And when we sang it for our dad, he was like, I'm missing something at the end. And he was, what is that?
I'm missing the tension.
You know, the high note.
Correct.
And he was like, I'm missing that.
Yes.
So the night before we sang for the Spurs, this was like 1 in the morning. Then we had to go back to the music department and practice and add that part. The free. And we gave it to Mary. She's the soprano.
So you did that part?
Yes.
You hit that note?
Yeah.
The high one went up with me, so it was good.
Yeah.
She hit it.
Seraphine, so you teach music at Kenton College here in town, right?
I do.
I see you in school a lot.
Oh, yes.
How do you stand those kids?
Same thing we always wonder. Sarah, how do you stand?
My son is in there, so... You enjoy it?
I enjoy it so much because the children are just lovely. Music is a very special subject because once you get into that part of that child's heart, it's just so beautiful to open up that part of them that it becomes so beautiful to even struggle to get them to get it out.
And once it's out?
Once it's out, they are magnificent. It's beautiful.
I think Seraphine is very patient and tolerant.
Extremely.
Right? And you know what you're saying about music, that's why I really am encouraged by the new education system, that they're encouraging the arts and sports. You know, not everyone is built to be a mathematician or a scientist. I know I'm not. And this is the right step in building a creative society. Teaching people how to have children who are more holistic. Become to employ, not to always be employed.
Absolutely. And if there's a kid who's a Messi out there or who's a Ronaldo,
you never know. You never know. And that's one thing we are so grateful because we went to Brookhouse School, and that's where we went. Music was all of a sudden you can do music, you can play an instrument, you can sing in choir. And it just opens your mind to all this other stuff that people shut you out of. Hashtag go music. And the arts and sports and everything.
Okay, you keep quiet for a moment.
I'm trying. I've been told that I talk the most.
Oh, really? By who?
By you. You tell me.
Brookhouse, right?
Brookhouse.
Was that the starting point? Was that?
Oh, yes, for sure. Because the minute we landed in Brookhouse, suddenly I could join choir, I could do drama, I could do almost everything that I dreamed to do. So I owe most of my success and my beginnings in music to Brookhouse and, of course, our dad who started it out. But being at the school where you're allowed to do what you love to do, that's
Is that
where
the Harry Potter
passion
Castle
begins.
School? Is that the one?
Yes.
What are you doing?
How long were you guys there?
For 7 years.
So you land in San Antonio, Texas, right? And what's it like, your first few weeks? What was it like?
Oh, it was hot. It was so hot.
It was Mombasa hot.
It's worse than Mombasa. As in, that was the first thing we remember. The food is it's almost the same. Yeah, it's almost the same as back here.
Yeah.
But it's just the weather that hit us right out from the beginning. But it wasn't that hard to get used to being at St. Mary's.
Did you guys settle in well?
Oh, yes.
Oh, very quick.
It took a very short time.
And what are you majoring in?
Music performance.
What is that?
So we are all voice majors, and we are all studying how to perform. You know, performing is an art. We always like to say that. And St. Mary's is giving us a chance to learn what to do on stage, what is the kind of repertoire that's good for your kind of voice. You know, you could either do something like Broadway or pop or opera. So for us, we are more into the bel canto style of singing,
which is more
bel canto. It's an Italian thing.
Okay. Is that classical?
Yes,
more
the classical style of singing. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on, show me some bel canto stuff.
Bel canto.
Bel canto me.
We'll sing for you a song about let's celebrate life with a little champagne.
Go on.
Yeah, it was one of the pieces we sang at our concert. Okay. Wait, we can make it a little higher. Oh no, let's do it. Champagne is so majestic, tra la 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 la. Foreign and domestic, tra la 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 la. It makes the world we live in a better place to give it. All good and jolly fellas should keep it in the cellars. We toast champagne, the essence of the essence, the king of effervescence, the king of effervescence. A toast, a toast, a toast. His Majesty we celebrate, celebrate, long and late, joyously together we toast champagne to grace. His Majesty we celebrate, celebrate, long and late, joyously we drink.
I'm thirsty already.
That was the point. I always loved singing that with a glass of champagne.
Yeah. When we did the concerts earlier during the Christmas break,
yes.
You'd put ginger ale in there.
It was our mom's idea.
Yeah. It was like, that's a good idea.
Do you feel left out when they're doing this?
No, in fact, I feel more together to them when they sing every time as a trio.
Really?
Because I connect to them much differently now. It's only differently that I learn who they are. Yeah.
Look at that. See how mature this one is?
She's shaming us all. Shaming us.
That's what about let me just sit there.
I think she's the glue that keeps you guys together.
Oh, you can say that.
Right?
Because when we went to St. Mary's,
Yeah.
the first performances we did, we had to come up with like new arrangements because we didn't have Sarah's voice to fill in. Like, you always need, you need 3 parts so that the whole chord is complete. But then when she's there, you have the doubling of the, what are they called?
I don't know.
But when you have that doubling, it just makes it complete. And so when she wasn't there, we were all like, oh, what do we do?
We went from having,
we had to adjust.
Yeah. We had so many songs, and then now we only had 2 songs.
Is that
From
right?
when we started singing when we were 7 or 8.
Right. Is that when you started singing together?
Yes.
Yeah.
7 or 8?
Yeah, we started
7
at
or
church, and then we went on to the Kenya Music Festival. Yes.
And now you're 24.
Yes.
All of you.
I guess
Yeah,
everyone now knows we are 24.
Yeah, at least we look young. So I'm gonna have to
You
worry
do. So,
about
okay, what do you sing? What is yours called? Is that soprano or
I sing mezzo soprano.
mezzo
Yeah,
soprano?
that's just about. I'm not a soprano yet.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to think I sing mezzo also. I think.
Alto.
You're alto, right?
Alto,
Strictly alto? Yeah.
Yes, soprano.
Yeah, that's why you missed that other voice, huh?
Yeah.
She was always the root, the ground.
Yeah. So you come back this past time, huh?
Yes.
And I hear you guys are performing already in Mathaiga, you and Karen, you were a whole bunch of places.
Yeah, at the Lord Errol.
At Lord Errol. What was that like?
It was fun.
What was the response like?
It was amazing.
It was great to finally sing in front of a Kenyan audience
Yes.
again. And also one of the best things you always say was that our parents and our sister were in the audience. We were so used to seeing them on Skype.
Right.
And now they are there. It was so
In front of you.
Yeah.
I want you to sing something else, all of you. Let's put Seraphine in this one.
Okay.
What you have? What you got?
You know, before we went to college, we always used to sing about wanting a train. We've always wanted to see a train in Kenya. And then it happened.
The
SGR. Hashtag SGR.
We haven't seen it yet, but when we come back, it
when you
has
come back, you're going to write it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to write it.
And I hear you have to book a month in advance.
Yes.
That's how popular it is.
Packed.
Have you gone on this?
No chance.
And you're here all the time.
Can you imagine? Me.
We'll beat him to it.
I had to
don't we?
drive to Mombasa.
Hey.
Which is not bad,
It's not bad.
It's a good landscape.
Yeah.
Sightseeing, but I want to try that train.
Yeah.
Nice. So what song are you going to sing?
Yeah, I'm a train. It's about a train.
All right.
Yeah.
Junga 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 chicka 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 junga 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 chicka 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 junga 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 chicka 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 junga 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 chicka chicka. Look at me, I'm a train and a truck, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train. Yeah. Chicka chicka junga 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 chicka 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 junga 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 chicka chicka. Look at me, I'm a train and a truck, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train. Yeah. Chicka chicka junga 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 chicka 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 junga junga junga. Look at me, I'm going somewhere, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train. Yeah. Look at me, I'm going somewhere, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train. Yeah. Hard days, it has been a hard day, it has been a hard day, it has. I'm a train, I'm a chicka train, I'm a chicka train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train, I'm a chicka train, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka train, I'm a train, I'm a chicka 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 train. Yes, the train nearly derailed.
It did derail. How do you guys get, I mean, how much practice does it take to think that?
Well,
our parents taught us that you will only be as good as the work that you put in. So we always strive to practicing is hard.
Yeah.
There's a million things I'd rather do, but you just have to be serious with it, because if you're determined to do something, then it'll work out. You just have to work hard.
Yeah. By the way, I mentioned Chris and Nick and Christine Moipei are in the green room.
Yes.
yes.
And they're very protective of you, you know that? I mean, as parents should be, but they're very protective.
Yes.
In fact, I was calling your dad so much, trying to book you guys, because, you know, from December I've been saying, I'm going to get them Moipei. I'm going to get them Moipei. And he kept saying, Jeff, you know, these girls they're busy, they're doing their practice, they're doing their... I'm telling you, man, it was so tough. In fact, I thought last week you guys would cancel, eh? I kept crossing that because they please don't cancel. No, but it's good, but that discipline, the discipline you guys have, it's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
So
Thank you. Thanks to mom and dad.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
You want to say something else to them?
We love you. You're awesome.
Do you miss them? Obviously you do.
Oh, yes, every day.
No.
And they're all coming for the graduation?
Yes,
Seraphine,
definitely. Yes.
May.
May
It will be a big party.
And then what?
We'll do some work experience. As international students, we have this thing called OPT. So it gives, the university allows you to stay a year to do some work experience in your field. And for us, we'll be trying to get as much performance experience, whether it's in theater or just performing us together, or in operas. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Do operas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
after that, we might do grad school.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for that 1 year, you're going to be on the road, you're going to be doing whatever you can.
That's what we love.
Whatever gigs
We
you
hope
can
to
get.
do that.
That's the dream for sure.
And we hope Sarah can join us. Yeah.
And also, have you performed in New York?
Not yet.
Not
In
New York,
you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York. Have you heard of the musical Hamilton?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'd love to go to New York.
And watch.
It's gotten rave reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. Sometimes we just take, like, you know, it's like a musical but with rap songs in it.
Yes.
So we take some of them and do like vocal arrangements of them.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I know. It's fun.
Are you writing your own stuff, though?
Not yet.
But they're hidden.
Maggie has some compositions which will be resurrected.
Yes, soon. The key word is soon.
Is she the main writer? Are you the main writer?
Yeah, she's
So
right.
far. Yeah, that's what, because they refuse to write.
Why?
We have no imagination.
Maggie just writes the best.
She does, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what? She writes and she tells you guys,
Yes.
sing this line.
But usually she writes it, and then like we sit together and come up with an arrangement.
Yeah, at the piano.
Yeah, that's how it works.
If you do go to grad school, that's another year or two, right? Two, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
In what? In more music or music?
Yeah,
Yes,
music
more
performance.
Performance. And what are you doing now?
Music performance.
Oh, okay, just more.
How do you say a jack of one trade? I want to master one thing to the best of my abilities. Then I can.
But the good thing about the college we are in is it's a liberal art. So you don't just do music by itself. You do many other things: theology, philosophy, mathematics, science. It's all about building a holistic individual.
Yes, absolutely.
But music all the way.
Yeah. Eventually, down the line, when you're 29, 30, whatever, would you want to come back and do stuff here?
Oh yes. East or west, home is best.
Yeah.
We'll always come back home.
And what? Perform.
It's all about music.
Write your own opera or musical.
Yes.
Would you want to do that?
Oh yeah.
There's a musical in the kitchen that we are trying to start.
It's starting is always the hardest part.
Yep. So we'll tell you when we finish it.
You will, huh? You will.
Which might be in the next 10 years.
Yep. And which musicals have you watched?
In New York City.
Yeah.
I lived there for many years, huh? So by that time, South Africa wasn't even free then.
Yes.
So when Sarafina came out, no, was it Sarafina? Yeah. With Leleti, what's her face? Kumalo. Leleti Kumalo. It was incredible, and you know, everybody suddenly South Africa was in the news because of the flavor. And we went, and the songs, and they were touching, and you know that the hair on the back of your head would just rise because the music, they hit those notes. That was a big one.
And the dancing in that.
And the dancing, yes.
The first musical we watched was The Phantom of the Opera. You've heard of it?
The Phantom of the Opera is here inside your mind.
Oh, that show is so good. And I think your voice would fit the Phantom.
No, the Phantom is high.
Is it?
The Phantom is high. Yes. He's more of Durga. Do you watch opera as well?
I sometimes. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I'm not.
Yes, there it is. He's not a big fan.
I did the Pirates of Penzance once.
Wow, that's like
Etc.
What is that?
And so on.
No, that's not from there. That's from the Mikado. The Three Little Maids.
Yeah, that's from
That's The King and I. The King and I.
Yes, King and I.
Yes, that's what I thought. That was.
Getting to know you,
Getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Then I can't remember. It disappears.
Incredible. Wow. And you just think, it's like your minds all think the same.
That's the good thing of being sisters.
And triplets. Magdalene. Mary.
No.
Martha.
Yes. Martha.
Seraphine.
Yes.
Mary. I'll get it before the show ends, I promise.
We'll hold you to it.
Oh my goodness. Should we take a break? We're going to take a break. What should we go to break with?
With you singing something.
Okay.
What songs you know?
Sing the best one you've ever heard.
Something from Serafina.
Yeah.
You like Serafina?
Yeah, but it's a while, huh? Oh, do you guys know Tula Mama Tula?
No.
Tula Mama Tula.
Yeah, go off with that one. It's solo.
That's a 1, 2, 3.
You do it. You do solo all the time.
Right, that one we did together.
Which one?
No, just the chorus. Right?
Yes.
You were a child of the universe, right?
Yes. Okay, how did it go?
How did it
So,
go?
go placidly amid the noise and haste. And
Yeah.
Here we go. You better cue me, huh? I don't know when to come in.
I don't know when to come.
a second, my bad.
The highest five.
Cue me, like, you know.
Okay.
Go placidly, without haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirits. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always it'll be greater and lesser persons than yourself.
Desiderata, desiderata, desiderata.
We'll come back for part 2 in a bit, okay? We gotta make that song. We have to make that. We could make money, you know? We could make money. The whole control room is applauding. They're on the floor. Nick and Christine are on the floor.
Where are they?
My God, you guys, you're incredible. Incredible. What angelic voices. You could wake up the dead, you know that? The Moipei Quartet is in the house. And the Twitter handle is @Moipei Quartet. Mine is @Koinange Jeff. Also, Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag, as always, is JK Live. And JK Live takes a break. Plenty more ahead, including your tweets, your Facebook comments, your SMSs. Let's see what Team Mafisi out there is saying. Somebody say, oh my.
Oh my.
Back in a moment.